What do you think of this season? Are you going to play? You're going to try to play another year? Yeah, a couple years?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Has COVID-19 affected the free agency, you think, a little bit?
Big time. There's a ton of veterans still. I mean, there was never really that second or third wave, right? I mean, a lot of teams like stopped doing business. They didn't really know, and now nobody's doing business right now because everybody's on vacation at this point.
So, like, Cam Newton is still not signed. Makes no sense to anybody. You put him on a couple different teams, they are instantly contenders. But I would assume that the timing that he was released by the Carolina Panthers after some quarterbacks already got signed and trips weren't able to happen. I assume that he's not the only veteran, though, because guys like yourself and there's a first wave of free agency everybody hears. Massive numbers, guaranteed contracts, superstars at new homes. And then normally the rest of that week and into the next week, there's another wave where there's visits happening. And that all got shut down this year, so you guys are all kind of just left holding your...
Just kind of wait until camp and kind of everything resumes business. But it's fine. If you do the right things and you're ready to roll, again, I think they're going to have that.
You do look like you're in good shape. You could potentially be Wedge again. Let's not just make sure. Let's make sure everybody.
Who needs a fullback?
Let's go.
You got an Illuminati tat right there?
That's my wife's eye. I really turned it into something very personal. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's very cute.
Yeah.
Look at that. AQ, are any
What a hero you are.
vets or players worried about the salary cap going down next year or no?
That's real, by the way. The way you negotiate your contract is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how that plays.
It's going to be very interesting. I think, you watch the way the other leagues have done things. It's going to be interesting to see the way the NFL and the NFLPA kind of agree on something. I don't know which way it's going to go. I think it all depends on if there's going to be a full season. I think fans...
There's going to be a full season.
You think so?
Yeah. There's going to be a full season of games. Won't be any fans. The biggest question, Darius Butler, who started a new podcast with Antoine Bethea called Man to Man with DB and AB. Ooh. And it is a great, I've got a chance to listen to a couple episodes before they've released them. I think it's coming out in the next couple of days. I would recommend it thoroughly. Two OGs that played in the secondary in the NFL for a long time. Antoine is still playing. Darius Butler said, the seasons will start, but how many will finish? Because it's like baseball. If 5-6 guys in one dugout or clubhouse, whatever the hell it's called in baseball, if they get COVID-19 and they're out for 14 days, that's like 7 games, 6-7 games in a 60-game season. You got 6 people out. So how you bring the NFL could potentially have that same issue where like 10 guys potentially get it, whether they got to sit out 2 weeks of the season. How will you be able to maintain it? Or everybody will have the mindset that the PGA Tour has, and it's like, hey, this is just going to become something that happens here. We got to move forward. I would assume the NFL is going to do the same thing, but I think potentially not finishing is something that hasn't been talked about enough. But I ultimately believe in the end, the NFL will have a full season, but maybe no fans in a lot of different places.
You know as well as I do, in any pro locker room, somebody gets a cold, somebody gets a flu, everybody gets it.
Go home.
Everybody gets it.
Go, like the first time ever in my life, NFL, I didn't get sick much, but I came in and I was like, I think I have like a fever or they're like, get the hell out of here. Don't even, just go home. And I'm like, okay, note this down for later if I don't want to work. I got a flu, but that was a good idea. They will separate you as fast as possible, but if it gets in there, everybody gets it.
And that's the problem with this, right? They say a lot of times you don't know for 4 or 5 days, so you could be asymptomatic or whatever for 3-4 days, and you've already infected everybody.
Well, that's kind of what's happening in the city you live in right now.
Yep. There it is.
You guys didn't take it serious right there. You remember when
Look how serious I got.
Yeah, now. Yeah. What about 99 days ago?
Yeah. Too late, AQ.
Too late, AQ. This is your fault, probably.
Do you think the NFL, like the NBA is doing the ring and then the PGA Tour is doing the whoop bands or whatever, do you think they'll give those to NFL players to try to show symptoms 3 days or whatever before?
Yeah, I would think so. If the MLB and the NBA have success with that, I would assume the NFL is going to adopt it. But the NFL doesn't have a history of doing that because the XFL instant replay of the review should have been put in the NFL already this year.
Players do not like tracking devices, and I think that's the way people start taking that stuff. Plus that Whoop thing, it flips all the time.
Oh, you're out on Whoop? Everybody's in on Whoop.
Wow.
By the way, it's gonna, because we just said it, it's going to show up in my Instagram feed probably 45 times in the next day.
It's been listening.
Yeah, but everybody that I know that is into fitness and much more healthy than I, they love the Whoop.
They love the HRV. That's what they love, the HRV, which tells you basically like if your body's up or down.
What's your body
like
right
it tells you about your recovery if you're about to have a good day or a bad
I mean,
day.
look at this body. It's always up.
Oh, you feel real good. You feel real good about where you're at right now. Wow.
No, but I hated that thing because I had it for a while and it always would flip on me, and then like it screws up everything whenever it flips.
That's like on my Stairmaster. I have to hold my hands in one spot if they want to get my heart rate for like 45 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And I just can't do it because I'm dying there. So I never know if my heart's going to stop, if it's going to explode, because it's just impossible to use. Sounds like the whoop is the same damn problem.
Yeah, and my wrist is a little larger, a little fatter, I guess is the word. So you move it a little bit, and boom, it flips. It
You wear
rolls
gloves, though. Didn't you wear gloves? You wear gloves?
when I play.
Yeah.
Yeah, only on the left hand. I leave the right hand to grab the ball because my
Me
hands
too.
are small.
You got small hands.
Don't do this.
Huge. Huge hands.